Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Pow, pow. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal, when I put my foot on, I got to put on, I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton, receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to...
Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Paul bringing it in. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First carry for Darius Geis. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Minshew sets to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Texans 1st down.
Ready. 50, plant. Check. Block 54.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm going to run you over. 5. 53. Mike. You can't block me. Switch.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
53 for Mike. Here we go.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Spins past him. This one complete to Coleman. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let him know, let him know.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a run with Geis. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there out of Geis. And even 50 yards on the ground. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go, D.
Hey.
On the ground, Geis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
Let's go.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It's like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about 9. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
22, 44. 4 down. Hey, box drop.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got P. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, that's good. Jimmy.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Trying to get it to Woods.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Topper. Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Let's go.
Go now.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 24. Check 25.
On first down, it's Grant. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Minshew throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Paul. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Off to Geis on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And this will be a touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now a give, right side. Grant. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? 50. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
These 2.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Peake. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Now, they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down at the 10.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run with Geis. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch twitch. Watch fight.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. He finds an opening past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
First down.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready, break. 39. Check, Mike, 39. Here we go.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ready up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Geis, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He gets it here to Peak. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. Now Guy stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. This is Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Hall bringing it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder Artie Burns. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause I on the wrist. Why but you wanna be famous? They act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. Just for the haters. I make a lot of new money. When the not savers. You be liking my flavor. I think it's cause ice on the wrist. On the wrist. On the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch.
Touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then, you out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush. On the wrist,